So we're dressed up right now. If you're watching the video, you can see we're dressed up right now.
Just to impress.
Just to impress because it's date night.
It's date night.
And we decided to record the podcast before we go on our actual date.
Which I'm really excited for.
Yeah, so I think we should just dive right into this past week. You went to therapy for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good.
What did you think?
I'm still on the fence about it. I am. I don't know yet that I'm going to love the therapist themselves, but we'll see. I'm staying optimistic.
I feel like it's kind of like a blind date or something, you know? It's just like you gotta.
I've never been on a blind date.
Neither have I. Okay, so I don't know why I said that. It's like a blind date. It's like you don't know this person, but you're going to tell them a lot of information about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what like the first appointment is just
it was a lot of questions.
Asking questions for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To like assess.
I don't like talking about myself very much like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
But it was good. I was very proud of myself. And I even told him, look, I'm 32 and I've never been to therapy before. So bear with me.
I think that it's easy when they're asking questions because you're just like, yep, this happened, that happened. Yep. Check that box. Yep. Okay. Next. But when you show up and you have to kind of categorize and pull out like the things that you want, like what are the important things, catch your person up, your therapist up on like what's going on from the last time you talked, it's like it takes a lot of courage and vulnerability and effort to be like, here's what happened and I need to figure out how to deal with this.
Yeah. I made plans to go again next week. So, hey.
I was a little surprised because typically I go every other week and now we're going once a week. And I'm like, whoa.
That was suggested. I just kind of rolled with it.
I think it's okay. And I think
he probably thinks I'm real fucked up. So he's like, you better come back in a week. I don't want to wait 2 weeks.
He's new. He's new to this and he's trying to get as much experience as he can.
I'm a good one for some firsthand experience of life.
You were kind of unsure because you were like, I don't know if I want to see you wanted to see like a woman therapist.
I did. I still do. That's why I'm still on the fence about it. Yeah. But it was great. And I'm really proud of myself for, overcoming that to an extent fear that I had for a long time to go to therapy. So
one thing that I learned in therapy this week about myself was accepting the fact that I didn't necessarily have a healthy role model or outline of what a healthy relationship is. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the representation, I should say, of what a healthy relationship is.
I think in general, you weren't shown the love that you deserved either.
Oh, 100%. And so with that, I struggle a bit. And so I think just like finding ways to really think through like what is a healthy relationship. And I don't know, like, have you ever sat down and thought about that? Like, what is a healthy relationship to you?
No, but I heard what you were saying about like sitting down and writing both of those things out with each other and
comparing notes and like seeing like
what comes up as the top 3 important things in a healthy relationship to you versus my top 3.
Yeah. And if there's any gaps and if we want to talk about adding anything or like compromising or meeting in the middle, or maybe they're identical because everything we do is the same. Yeah. So like, who knows?
I will say, I think this last week, I think every week since I moved in has been something new that we've learned about each other. But this last week for me, I felt was really, a big leap in communication. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I opened up a lot more than maybe I have in the past in saying like what I just needed to say.
You did. You absolutely did. And it was great and appreciated. I think I'm still working on it. I'm not there. I'm not all the way there yet I can talk a person's ear off. But when it comes to talking about my own like dark, deep feelings, that is a challenge for me.
Mm-hmm.
And my aha moment in therapy was realizing that when I was 11 going to therapy, and the very first thing I was taught to do was to write in a journal and write things that made me happy, things that upset me, and then elaborate on them and say, why was I upset about this? And then I would bring the journal to therapy and I would talk through that. And I think what I found is just with talking with my therapist through this is that I still need some sort of organization of my thoughts, and I still need, so when I'm having a moment and you're like, hey, what are you thinking, what's wrong, what's bothering you, and you're like eager for me to talk, even though you give me my space and allow me to come back when I'm ready, I think what I need to do is take another step and start to take the time to like write out what it is that I'm feeling, what it is that's on my mind, and kind of sort through it and say, like, prioritize them in a way of being able to understand why I'm feeling like that. Because I think naturally I have, um, I'm kind of like a surfer when it comes to my moods. Like sometimes I'm like really up and I'm like very
That's
energetic and
accurate. Yeah.
hyper and like just all over the place. ADHD, right? And then there's other like 10 minutes later I could completely crash and then I'm
Mhm.
just like silent and very mellow.
I can be the same way, but just not to the same extreme that you are, because yours are very extreme,
Yeah.
like that. It can change.
And so being able to write out some of my feelings, because I think the biggest part is like, I want to share all of these things, but it's also like, well, one, like, it's going to pass. Like, I'm not going to share these feelings. These feelings could pass, they could mean nothing. And then all of a sudden, we're in this like big, deep conversation that like maybe changes the whole entire mood of the day, and I'm like, I can get past that. But it's also like, I shouldn't push it down, I shouldn't mask it and act like it's not there. So like, I need to find that healthy safe space to say, here's some things that were bothering me, here's maybe why they were, and here's what I was thinking would help, and just like sort that through and then bring it back and like discuss it, instead of just being like very reactive in like the moment of what I'm feeling.
Yeah. I think in general, both of us are better at communicating through writing it down, whether it's through a text or a note or a journal, or a song or a poem. I think that's just kind of a general thing for the two of us.
Yeah, I see that too, because being long distance, a lot of our communication was all through text and
But correct
writing.
me if I'm wrong. I think that goes back to before long distance. I journaled all the way back to when I, like you said, when you were younger, that's what
Yeah,
you would do.
that's
I
true.
think it's something that's kind of almost engraved in us from way back. And
Yeah.
then in our relationship, yes, we got used to long distance and texting and
Hmm.
what that looked like.
I was trying to swallow a yawn.
I could tell something was happening. I was like, God damn it, what's
I
happening?
was trying to just swallow a yawn.
TMJ is on the rise over here, y'all. I never know for sure.
I apologize. No, today's been just a always adventurous
Mm-hmm.
day. Lots of adventures with the kids, and so I think this is my first moment really like, well, I sat down earlier, but just like really feeling like there's not a bunch going on around me, and it's hitting me. I'm crashing. Code blue.
Don't crash right before date
I
night.
know I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm going to drink some of that iced coffee, I think, and it's going to be just fine. It really is. Um don't worry. So date night, we're dressed up.
We are dressed up. I feel very what did you tell me earlier that I look very
Like you had plans today, like maybe a graduation party or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like summery, very summery vibe. Beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it.
You have dad shorts on and I
Uh,
fucking love them.
I am wearing dad shorts now.
I recorded it.
I should stand up at some point and like show the people that are actually going to the YouTube page Kirby and Ember
That's your, you know what? We
watching
can
these
both
videos.
show our little outfits at
Should
the
we?
end. Yeah, we'll do a
Okay, at
little
the
show
end
and
we'll
tell.
stand up at the end and
Yeah,
we'll do
because
a
the back of
little
this dress is really pretty.
model walk, walky
And
walk runway.
yeah, deal. Um, so yeah, I don't know exactly what's happening inside the house right now, but we are getting very comfortable just telling our kids to handle shit.
Okay,
Just
so
handle shit on your
we
own.
do the movie night. So we take them on several adventures. We've been to the splash park. Splash park, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it's
we went to
called.
the splash
Splash
pad for
pad.
hours.
For hours. We went to the beach, which I don't know what's up with Lake Michigan, but there's a lot of dead fish where we were going, and it's just not my jam. So we had to quickly leave. It was like a combination of dead fish and horseflies,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Quick, abort, abort! We have to go." Um, but yeah, it's been a wild day.
You look very tan.
I have olive
You
skin,
look very golden tan right
and
now.
I am blessed that way to just be able to soak up some sun and have some color. You are starting to get color though. It's It's different on a porcelain beauty like
Go ahead and
yourself.
tell everyone exactly what it is. What
What
is
are you?
different about
Why
it?
are you putting me on the spot like this?
I get freckles, y'all.
I so pale.
I s-
So pale. I was so pale. Um, you're lovely. You hold ink color like you wouldn't believe in your tattoos, and that's something to be proud of.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
We took a bath last night at 11:30 at night.
Yeah,
That's what
we're
it's
getting buck
that's
wild.
what it's like over here.
Buck
I feel
wild.
like our whole life has kind of shifted. Like we wake up later and we go to bed later because we just pinpoint that as our time
It is
to
literally the only
ourselves.
time that we can get alone.
Yeah. We planned out a whole weekly schedule and we have not
On the
stuck to
weekly
it
schedule,
at
we're
all.
saying like, yeah, we're gonna get up at 5:30 in the morning
Take a
and
walk.
take a walk while everybody's still sleeping. Lord Jesus, if I can get up at 7 a.m.,
Yeah, the
like
fuck we
that's a
are. That
good
ain't
day.
happening.
That's a good day. It's we stay up so late
I think the
now.
other day we said something like we're just tired in general. And I think like everything that has been going on has finally caught up to us. And we're just like all the projects, all the cleaning, all the reorganizing.
All the
It's just kind of
chaos,
slowed
all the
down a little
kids.
bit. And like we've just been tired,
Yeah,
really tired.
we definitely have hit a wall,
We didn't even go to Summerfest today.
and
We were
We're
supposed
missing
to.
Fletcher today. That's
My heart is breaking just a little
yeah,
bit.
a little bit. I know, but the thought, like, it was giving me anxiety. The thought of like, oh, we have to get a sitter for a really long extended time, and then be hour drive there and an hour drive back, and I've already done
Parental
Milwaukee
sacrifices.
twice this week. That's enough for
Mm,
me. No,
yeah.
that's enough for me twice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's been a whirlwind. And I keep trying to remind myself with everything going on is that it has really only been just a month.
A month. Yep.
Okay. Um, Pretty much today marks a month. The 29th.
Yeah.
It was like the 29th is when we got back last month. So today's like our 1 month living together anniversary, and that's why I'm dressed up today. I'm just kidding. But no, I think that I'm realizing that it's okay for all of the adjustments that are taking place, because holy shit, we just moved you here and like made it happen, came out, rearranged our family dynamics, moved in, blended our family. Everybody's getting to know each other and on a deeper level, and like these new relationships are forming. And my relationships with your boys is like, I feel like it's getting better every single week. Like
Yeah.
we're getting closer and closer, we're sharing new stories, and like feeling comfortable to be close, to know that it is okay to reach out and ask for a hug, whether it's me asking for a hug or them asking for a hug, knowing it's okay.
Saying I love you every night before bed.
Yeah, it went from like saying like I love you guys to like I love you mom, I love you Kirby,
Mm-hmm.
and just feeling like
My kids are
um
very sweet when they want to be
your kids are very
and
affectionate. And
very affectionate.
I said this week, like, I did not grow up in any type of affection. My mom was not good at showing affection, and she will admit that. And like, um, that was from her not healing from her childhood trauma. And I think as parents, you kind of carry your trauma when you don't deal with it, or however you end up, if you still carry it, you take that into your relationships with your family, your children. And so unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of affection. I didn't hear the words "I love you" that often until I was almost like leaving for college. I think is really the first time I remember hearing that. And my boys, I would say, yes, like they're somewhat affectionate, but not all the way. Especially Jet. Jet has never been affectionate
Yeah.
towards me, and so I've just really gone through my life accepting that and saying like, okay, some people are affectionate, some people aren't, and we're just not. And then your family is very huggy and lovey and cuddly, and um I love seeing that, and I love that I get to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like you're the first woman to like really like show me this type of love, and I get to experience that, and it's very exciting. And um I'm just learning that it's not that rigid, uncomfortable feeling like I've been around my whole life. Like it's it's a good soft snuggly feeling.
I'm glad that even though it happened late, you are finally experiencing it.
Yeah.
Because everyone deserves that. I mean, some people don't like to be touched, and there are definitely days that I get overtouched, and I'm like, leave me the hell alone. Not from you, but from children.
I was like,
Just to be clear. No, like, as a mom, you
yeah,
get overtouched, overly
overstimulated.
touched, overly
Yeah,
stimulated, like freak out mode.
everybody's in your space. Everybody's like under your
And when you
feet.
have 5 really affectionate children, that does happen. But I think that it's special when a kid comes up and just gives you a hug for no reason.
Yeah, I got hugs just a minute ago before we started recording. Hugs and I love yous and all of the things. And
Basically, we're just a very loving family over here. This has been going down.
yeah, not a lot of screen time in our house because we're just so busy hugging each other.
Yeah.
Another thing I have noticed though with like just Americans in general are not very affectionate compared to people in other
Yeah,
countries.
100%.
And y'all, we need to change that because it's rigid as fuck out there. And I'm sorry, but like Ember and I, we have PDA all the way PDA, right?
Yeah, oh,
And
100%.
I'm not. I think like, well, obviously part of the reason was because I was lesbian, but I didn't ever like care if like there was no PDA with men.
Yeah.
None of that.
It's not the same.
None of
But the
that.
funny thing about it is that I wouldn't even classify us in like I don't like the word PDA when it comes to you and I. I don't even like using that word because it's like I'm gonna tell you guys a story. We went to the Cheesecake Factory after therapy on Thursday night, and they sat us at a table that was 2-seater but across from each other, so it was like a very small table. And I did not care. I went to the other side and sat beside you, even though the chair was technically way too small for the two of us. And long story short, we ended up like bringing 2 tables together, but to me, it's not like a choice. It's like, I have to be beside you. I have to be holding your hand. I kind of freak out if I don't.
Mhm.
So it's not public display. It's fucking normal. It's how I act behind closed doors. It's how I act.
Well, if you're a hostess or a server seating
I
people
said
at a
this when we
table,
got to the Cheesecake Factory.
yeah,
Tell them.
you were like, if you see we're just speaking for ourselves. So two
If a lesbian
lesbians
couple walks into a restaurant,
and you sit them from across from each other, they're not going to be happy. Sit them next to each other. Give like just try it. Just sit them next to they already want it. They want to sit next
and
to
I
each
think
other.
that should go for all couples, right? Like,
I don't
it
know. Like
doesn't matter.
if
Like,
you are a lesbian couple though, and you don't prefer to sit next to each other, I want to hear from you, and I want to know why. Because
actually,
like,
that's great. Let's do a poll.
yeah,
Are you, if you're a lesbian couple, do you sit beside each other? Even if they seat you across from each other? Because that's the thing, right? Like, if you had the choice, you're probably going to sit beside each other. But if the
we get
host
sat
or
across from each other every
hostess
single time.
finds a table that's only across from each other, do you request a new table? Because we do.
And he was like, "Well, you can push these tables together."
Yeah.
And we were like,
I
okay,
am so
that'll do.
interested to know.
That'll
Is that
do.
just us?
I don't think it's just us. But also, I saw an elderly couple. Um, they were not lesbians, just a man and wife, husband and wife. And they were sitting next to each other, very close. And I looked over and I was like, bless their heart, number one. And how many times did they have to get?
Ask to be moved?
Well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
How many times did it take for them to just be like, I mean, the way they were, yeah. Anyways, it's a thing. It is a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not PDA because to us it's normal, and like being close to you and doing all of the things with you is definitely what I want to do. Now, I can't really know if that's like just a thing with lesbians, and maybe it's not with straight couples, and maybe it is, but like I never, like I said, I never had the urge to be all hugged up on my ex-husband.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, there was never a time where I was sat across from any of my exes that I was like, excuse me, I need to be beside them.
I will tell you, I was jealous when I did see other couples that were able to do that, and
always think to yourself, how are they so happy being so affectionate?
I was what do they like? How do they get that?
Yeah.
How do you get that ingredients and for the recipe, for the perfect love
You
recipe?
just need the right partner.
Yeah, and I don't even
allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
My name's Ember. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Amber. What's your story? What brings you here today?
Love.
Yeah.
Love.
So we're going to Elkhart Lake, and when we say we're going on a date, it's pretty simple. It's a very simple date. Very
super simple shelf, really.
Yeah, very simple, super simple shelf. That's an inside joke. You wouldn't know anything about that, but maybe one day we'll tell you guys about that story. Anyways, yeah, we're just going to Elkhart Lake, and we're gonna grab dinner.
We're gonna people watch,
and we're gonna walk around. We're skipping ice cream because there was already ice cream visits today. So we're just gonna people watch. We're gonna eat dinner, then we're gonna walk around and maybe catch some live music, and probably be back home and in bed by 10.
We old, y'all. We old. We decrepit.
And we want to cuddle. We want to cuddle, and I really want to watch a movie and get snuggly.
It's news to me.
Yeah. Today's my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Dawn.
Mama Dawn. She's 67. I believe so.
I think she'd be so mad at you for just disclosing that on here.
Okay, wait. Can I edit that out? Shit. I love saying my mom's name. Or my mom's name. My mom's age. I'm fucking tired, you guys. I'm hanging on by a thread. This is what you're getting. I'm
gonna need some of my friends to send me messages with some advice as to how to keep this one awake at night. Give them a little bit
awake at night.
Give them a little bit of energy.
OT. I have been OT. Come on.
That's true. You did great last night.
Stop it right now. Okay, moving past that. It's Mama Dawn's birthday. I'm celebrating her birthday tomorrow.
Why do you like telling her age?
Because she looks fucking
phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm 43
so
and I look very young. My mother looks very young too, and she's beautiful and vibrant, and
same.
Like, to be in
both of
60s,
us truthfully were blessed with very young, beautiful mothers.
Yeah, your mom's very young.
I hope that as I age gracefully like the three of you as well.
Yeah.
100%.
So she's celebrating with my brothers. I'm not really close with my brothers, unfortunately. Two of them at this time. And, I say at this time because that could change someday. I have no idea. It's not for life. I don't know. I don't know their timeline. I don't know how long people hate me for. But in any case, tomorrow I am taking my mom on a date. And I'm really, really excited to take my mom on a date.
I thought it was really cute earlier when you said you were gonna date her.
I'm totally gonna date my mom. My mom's single, by the way, and so
and probably ready to mingle just a little bit.
Also, when the grass is greener on the other side with the women, and you're like,
is your mom even interested in that though?
No, she's not. But the thing about it is, people need to know what a woman is capable of planning for another woman, right? And I know I'm non-binary. I'm just using that like another woman, whatever. But to be able to prepare a meal and a picnic and a hike and go search and hunt for beach glass and do all of the things, I'm really excited to show that to her and kind of just make her feel really special. So yeah, I'm gonna take my mom on a date. I'm gonna date her.
I love it. I think it's sweet, and it makes me want to do better for some people in my life.
Yeah. Well, I'm making egg salad sandwich.
Yeah.
I got some croissants.
A croissant?
Now you put a gun to my head and you asked me to spell croissant.
A croissant. Oh,
shit ain't gonna happen.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm good at spelling too.
Pull the trigger. Ain't gonna happen.
A croissant.
And I have some strawberries and grapes, and I don't know. I was even like, should I get some sangria? Should I pour Mama a glass of sangria?
Wow, you would have to make it, wouldn't you?
No, I can probably get some. Anyways, the night is young. We have a date. I'm yawning. I'm tired. We're gonna try to record again tomorrow if we can, because we're trying to get ahead. We're trying to get ahead for you guys, but also isn't it great just knowing real time, in the moment, what's going on in our world? Because sometimes it's just nice for me to just get it out and move to the next week.
I feel like every time we record in here, by the time we're done recording, I'm like, I kind of want to record again. I have more to say.
Yeah.
Every single time. So I'm excited for us to be able to do back-to-back recordings so that I can
we try to keep these episodes under 30 minutes for you guys because we know you guys are busy too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I don't know. We're gonna have a guest soon coming up on the podcast that we're really excited about. Another author.
Oh, I was like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, another author.
Yeah. I do need to follow up with them.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited about it. It's going to hit home for me. I think it's going to be a game changer for
Also,
me.
now that we're together in person and doing this, if you know of anybody that you think would be good on the show,
Or if you're sitting there and you're like, "Hey, I came
I
out
got
late.
things to say.
I came out late in life too, or I'm supporting this or that or whatever it is, and you want to be on the episode, hit us up.
Yeah,
We're always game. Anyways, we're
we're
off
always
to
gay.
yeah, we're always gay too. Um, yeah, we're off like a prom dress. Prom dress. I need to go to bed, but we're gonna do this date first. I'm gonna get through it. I'm just kidding.
I'm canceling.
I'm gonna wake up. We're in like a dark room with ring lights blasting our eyes right now because we're trying to look camera ready.
Snatched. We got to do in the outfit check.
Oh yeah,
Fit check.
fit check. Okay, let me move the mic. You guys are gonna see the dad shorts. Now, if you're just still listening to this in your car, in your AirPods,
You should probably go over
and
to
you're
YouTube
not
at this
watching the
point.
video, you should probably go over to YouTube at this point because check out our date nights. Look at the back of it though, guys. It's so cute. These are my dad shorts. Hold on. Get the booty. Get the booty.
I wish you guys could see further away.
These are my Woxers. You don't need to see those, but I like these shorts. Got them at the St. Vinny's.
Get them at the thrift store.
Get them at the thrift store. That's where I like to shop, in the dad department. It's a good department there. And yeah. I don't know.
Bye.
Why do you look so awkward? We both look awkward. Let's go. All right. Until next time.